Hi there and welcome back to Japan, and I'm very quickly getting to the last of all of the BABYMETAL songs that are either singles or videos. So I'm trying to build up a big list so that I can decide on my personal top 5. So now's a good time to jump in with any recommendations. I've also been listening to a lot of Sakura Gakuen recently, who are the band the idol group who they surprisingly came from. I found out about that from you guys a couple of weeks ago to my utter shock, but that's been interesting as well. But yeah, I'm going to start thinking of drawing a line under it and saying I'm going to work on deciding my top 5 soon. So if there's anything particularly of note that I haven't reviewed, no apologies. I know I get a lot of suggestions and I don't always follow up on them, but now's a good time to tell me. Anyway, I'm picking up on this one because this one's been very popular, and I think it's got the video. I think it's a live video as well. Although I don't think it's a live performance one. I think it's a music video done with live footage. But this one's got a lot of attention. I haven't actually listened to it yet. It's got a lot of views online. It's called The One by BABYMETAL. So I'm going to check it out. It's a whole 7 minutes, so I need to jump into this one quickly, or this video is going to be too long for me to ever edit on my 10-year-old computer. Anyway, here we go. It's BABYMETAL, The One. Maybe. Oh, here we go. That statue's blowing its nose. Oh, fox. Oh, like the Megitsune video, they had the fox masks. So now I'm thinking of that. All very dramatic. Wow, this really sounds like Queen, actually. Sorry. I like this riff, nice big intro. Really interested to see where it goes.
No reason why I can't understand it.
Well, I can understand it. Oh my god, it's in English.
We can understand it. Please let me know. もし答えがあるなら Let me know. 教えてほしい。時を超えて僕らは行く。まばゆい光の
This is very 80s arena rock, isn't it?
僕らの声
Big wistful hooks, call and answer choruses.
僕らのあの場所へ We are the one together. We're the only one. You are the one forever.
Wow, it is catchy. I mean, if you're going to do arena rock, and I know they like to play around with different styles of metal and rock, which is one of the things I really enjoy about them. Their writers really go into lots of different things. But if you're going to do 80s arena rock sounding things, you really have to pull off a catchy chorus. That's the biter, and that's a good hook.
I feel it now. The time.
And props for her English. You know, her English sounds really good.
Believe it now. It's time to get ready. Tell me why. もし終わりがあるなら Tell me why. 教えてほしい。
Of course, the big guitar solo. say the same thing I said about Perfume about them. You hover above people in a giant triangle, you're going to get some really creepy, like, Illuminati references coming up. The triangles are looking down at you. The danger of a free member band.
Standing aside, side by side. Standing aside, raise your hands. 僕らの声、僕らの夢、僕らのあの場所彼方へ
It was 5 minutes in, and I can kind of see why now. It's big, slow, but sort of romping along with like a lot of drama. So I'm expecting a big old ending. Those guide rails are a good idea. You wouldn't want to fall off of that. Big ending. They're really milking this last chorus, but it's good. It's good. Slow fade out. Whenever we are on your side, remember, always on your side forever. Yeah, for a song where I'm so impressed with the quality of the ability she's been able to sing in English, it's amazing that that final line just doesn't seem to mean anything. But okay, well, that's I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I think one of the main things that come across there, like I say, I'm always happy when I hear variation from them because they're a band who can pull that off just in the format they use, that sort of like pop structuring, but with metal musicians and, you know, a rock ethos. They can experiment with styles, which is something great, especially within the rock genre and metal genre. Whereas increasingly, we've been discussing this on this channel, increasingly there seems to be a lot of pressure from fans who don't let their preferred artists experiment too much from fear that they're going to say, oh, that's not metal enough or that's not rock enough. So it's nice to hear that they experiment within the bracket that they have to such a degree. And I think that's one of the reasons why people appreciate them as being so legitimate and give them so much love for, you know, taking it seriously. Now, when it comes to that song, like I say, definitely the ethos is of a big 80s arena rock or arena metal thing, which is why you have that last chorus that went on for like 2 minutes there. Because that's what it's all about. It's about everyone chanting and singing along, which you can see that we're doing. And I think if you're in the atmosphere of seeing this live, I can imagine that being just one of those songs that works so well. Listening to it here at home, and admittedly in a fairly cold environment. Well, it's a nice office, but I'm basically in my office chilling out here, just in front of my laptop in the middle of the day on a Sunday. It perhaps doesn't have the effect it would have in a more intentional environment. Here it's like the last chorus just felt like it was going on a bit. But it was catchy, and I can't really complain because, like I said, I'm probably viewing it in totally the wrong context at the moment. Anyway, so what do we think of the song? Well, it had some really interesting inspirations behind it. I mean, the guitar solo, just to point that out, I usually don't say too much about the guitar solos. Well, I try not to. But the guitar solo, it was played with a really sort of apt sort of promptness that if that's even a word, kind of reminded me of like a Tenacious D guitar solo, which was nice because I thought that worked. It had that sort of over dramatic sense to it. The verses where the piano was playing, the piano was being played in a way which is very reminiscent of how Evanescence used to use the piano in their songs, possibly still do for all I know. Sorry, you can hear my voice. When I recorded this batch of videos, my voice was still really off. Yay! You can still hear me, right, though? Still understand me. I hope this voice makes me sound cool and not ill. You're not going to get germs over the video, as I've said before. But yeah, the piano was being used in a similar way to how it's usually used in Evanescence songs, like back and forth over an octave, like sort of thing. That's the technical explanation. And there was little bits like that. The riff was really good. So for a song that was quite slow and quite long, it felt involving when it needed to be, and it felt dramatic when it needed to be, and it felt big and had a big sort of hooked chorus as well when it needed it. So everything was there that it kind of needed to have. Is it necessarily my type of music? I struggle with this type of music. I mean, like I say, it really comes down to the chorus. I think the chorus was brilliant. It didn't necessarily connect with me as much as it perhaps other songs of the style do, but yeah, that's a real thing. The chorus was definitely there. So the fact that I didn't find the chorus to be particularly to my liking doesn't mean much, because I think a lot of other people might say that's the catchiest chorus ever. That this really comes down to a point of opinion. The thing is that functionally the song everything was where it needed to be, and it was well executed, and it was big, and it was fun, and it was different from what they usually do. So yeah, just nothing but really brownie points for that one. 2 points I'll come up with. Just to mention, the video was pretty boring. I understand what they were trying to do, because that song definitely is one you'd expect in a live context. And a lot of arena rock bands, their videos were usually live performance footage put like that. So that kind of made sense why they did that. But the actual thing, them just basically in their Illuminati triangle. Man, if you believe in the Illuminati, this video is really going to creep you out like the Perfume ones do. A little Illuminati triangle moving around, and they didn't have room to move or anything, so the video was kind of rather static and didn't have much going on. But, credit where credit's due. That's a small point. It was a good song, and, like I said, contextually that makes sense if nothing else. Sue singing in English was nice. I mean, as far as I'm aware, she doesn't speak English. I've seen some footage of her doing interviews now, and she doesn't seem to speak English. So clearly she just learned that phonetically from sound, which is doubly impressive. But yeah, the whole thing was basically quite good. Not necessarily my thing, not my style so much, but I can totally see why that was good. And I can see why, when it comes to just executing a song correctly, they took that style and they did it brilliantly. And why there's sirens in the background? Shouldn't have left the door open. Anyway, that's enough about this one. But yeah, like I said, I'm coming towards the end of my list for Baby Metal songs. So please jump in there and tell me if I am missing something important that I should come back to. And of course, if you go to the channel, you go into the search on the channel and just type in Baby Metal, you'll see all the songs that I've done previously of theirs. So see if there's something important that I'm missing. We're getting close to me rounding that one all up and seeing what my final opinion is of the songs thus far, so we can look forward to the future. But for now, from Japan, as always, ciao. And get in those comments, comment, and I'll speak to you soon.